Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome in. We are going to continue to track in a lot of heat and humidity. Of course, we have been seeing a very gloomy start to the day, so we want to get you an update on the weather here. And we did have a threat for some of those storms to turn strong, but so far, a lot of the energy has just been dwindling down here, and most of those storms, at least the severe threat, is off to our west so far for this morning. So again, right now, just seeing a lot of gloomy skies across the area. We have temperatures in around 70 degrees right now for our hometowns, and we haven't seen much movement when it does come to a lot of those temperatures across the area. We've been pretty consistent in the upper 60s, low 70s for us this morning. And again, we're going to continue to stay that way. I think for the rest of the morning hours, once we do get into the afternoon, I think we do see a lot of sunshine that's going to come out, and that just brings in a lot of heat and humidity with it. So again, right now across the board, we've been pretty mild to start the day, but not much movement with those temperatures. So we've just been seeing just some showers, a couple lightning strikes being seen just south of Burlington, a lot more electrified, especially out to our west. And again, that's where we see most of the severe weather going to remain. There's a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings happening just around Grinnell as well as west of Cedar Rapids. Some heavy rainfall has been seen with some of these clusters as well, but as it gets closer to our hometowns, it just kind of loses a lot of its energy, and we've just been seeing some pretty widespread shower activity. So again, luckily, we're not seeing severe weather for us this morning, but we at least get the rain, which is some good news, getting our yards a nice drink of water before we bring in the extremely hot conditions. And I want to point out that off to our west, we have lots of clearing skies. And so once we do get the sunshine to come out, we are going to see a lot of heat and a lot of sunshine heading into the weekend. So here's a look at those severe storm zones. Again, this morning, all of us were in that level 1 threat. Since the Storm Prediction Center updated it at around 7 a.m. this morning, completely trimmed back that severe storm zone and mainly keeping it off to our west. Again, a lot of the energy is just not really sticking around for us. So we'll just continue to see a few showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder as we head through your morning. Once we get to the afternoon, though, hopefully we do bring in some sunshine a little sooner than later. But if we do hold off on seeing the sunshine, we might limit temperatures a little bit. It's still expected to be pretty humid and pretty warm for today. Highs are going to be around 90 degrees for us this afternoon, especially if we get that sunshine sooner rather than later. Again, it's going to ramp up those temperatures pretty fast. We have southerly flow that's going to continue into tonight. And with those southerly winds, we have a very warm night ahead. Lows are only going to be in the mid 70s, and that sets the stage for lots of heat to continue to build very quickly into tomorrow. Highs are going to be in the mid 90s. We're going to have breezy winds coming in from the southwest, but that just continues to usher in a lot of that warmth as well as a lot of that humidity. So we'll continue to keep a close eye out on the rain this morning, but again, the bigger story heading into the weekend is just the heat. And we have lots of heat headlines issued already across the upper Midwest. We have a heat advisory right now in place, and that's expected to start at around noon on Saturday, and that's going to actually stay in place until through Monday evening. And that's where we expect heat indexes to get up to around 100 degrees. And again, watch for heat-related illnesses. Those can occur very, very quickly in conditions like this, even if you think you're hydrated enough or you haven't been out in the heat that long. Again, these conditions just can cause that to happen very quickly. And of course, monitor your pets. If you're feeling hot, your pets are likely feeling almost hotter, so definitely watch out for them. Children, as well as your neighbors, elderly, friends, family. I would just recommend at least limiting your time outside this weekend. If you have outdoor plans, have a quick way to at least get in some air conditioning if you need to, or some shade, and drink plenty of water. That's going to be your best friend heading into the weekend. Highs are having a potential to maybe break some records into the weekend as well. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 90s for us, and our hottest temperature so far recorded this year is 93 degrees, and that was set back in the middle of May. So it's been some time since we've seen heat like this occur in our area. So this is really the big first stretch of very summer-like conditions. Very fitting, though. Again, today's the summer solstice, so we're officially kicking off summer with extreme summer heat, but feels like temperatures are going to be around 100, maybe higher than 105 at times as we head into the weekend. We might keep the heat around for Tuesday, but it really depends on when we start to bring in maybe some more active weather, and that should begin to quote unquote cool us off. You can kind of see the departure from normal here, as we're going to be 10 to 15 degrees above normal at least through the next several days. And then by the middle of next week, once we get into the mid 80s, that's going to start to bring in again those more normal conditions for us. And we also see some chances for some showers and storms. So here's a look at your 8-day tracker. We have a weather impact alert in place Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to account for that heat and humidity. The good news is we do see some pretty breezy conditions out there, but I don't think it's going to provide much relief just because of how hot it is going to be. Feels like conditions continue to be in the 100s through Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Again, Tuesday, we might extend the heat into Tuesday. Just depends on when we can start to see some rain chances push in, and that should bring in that relief, and we'll start to stair step those temperatures back down to near normal by the time we get to the middle of next week, and at least by this time next week as well. I've been, keeping an eye out on Facebook so far, and have only been getting a couple of people just saying good morning, so thank you for checking in with us. Of course, we're going to keep a close eye out on any storm chances that continue to push into the area. Again, I wouldn't really expect anything to turn severe for us so far for the rest of the morning. We'll bring in the heat for this weekend, but of course, as always, join us for Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. We'll have you, we'll get you a lot of those latest updates as well as tracking in the heats. Have a great Friday, everyone.
Continue with us and watch free now on the 8 Plus app everywhere you stream.